I honestly didn't recognize that was Claire with really dark hair.
Blew up. If you warned me that the basement was rigged with C4, I might have been a little more careful.
Yes, Saeed.
Yeah, I'm only careful when I find C4. Otherwise, I just touch shit. Fucking idiot.
Top tier Australian police back in the show.
Oh, don't worry, we'll be talking about a lot of Australian bloopers here. I can't wait for you and Kevin to fight this episode. It's gonna be great.
I'm your father, Claire.
Whoa. So Jock and Claire are brother and sister?
Yes.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Michael, Kristin, Kevin, and I are back for Lost Season 3, Episode 12, Par Avion. And yeah, some interesting reveals in this episode. And Kevin, the migratory bird.
I am no silly goose. I'm an integral part of this plot.
I was missing from the last episode, so I had to go to the comments of the last episode and tell Kevin exactly why he was wrong throughout the entire thing.
Go!
Called him a silly goose, and now he's trying to defend himself. It's okay, Kevin. You're a silly goose.
You contradicted yourself in your own
I
points.
did no such thing. Where's your proof?
It's fine. We have plenty of shit to talk about John Locke in this episode, so it's fine.
You could be wrong again. It's okay.
I wasn't wrong last time, and I won't be wrong this time.
As I said,
silly goose.
As I said, Kevin.
It is actually the 60th.
I love it.
It's funny because
every time you two go off on this, Jake and I just sit back like, okay, when they're done.
The best part is, this is the only thing that Michael and I disagree about in the show. Everything else, we're on the same page. And the actual...
Try to get us on the same side. I will say, actually, it's not the 60th because Kevin wasn't here for the first 3 episodes, and I missed those times.
Oh.
Oh my
God. It was way back when I had shingles and I couldn't do anything. Oh wow,
Yeah.
It's been so long.
I will say though, is my very first fun fact is actually kind of related to the first like production hour. So out of our 121 production hours, this is officially the halfway mark of the series.
Wow. I was literally just looking that up.
This is the official halfway mark from the end, which is actually kind of sad. I don't want it to end. Love Lost. But also some fun facts here. They fucked up England, all right? So they have to fuck up Australia too. So many times in this episode, did they not do anything that was correct for Australia? As you saw in the car accident right off the bat, it was in miles per hour instead of...
Oops.
But listen, this is for mostly American audiences. They don't know what a KM/AT.
They also
like,
decided
what?
to use the American ambulance siren instead of the Australian one. Great. Cool. Doing so well here. Also, there would be no reason for Christian Shepherd to pay these medical bills because Australia has universal health care with Medicare.
Of course. How have I never thought? Oh my god, that's hilarious. I've never thought about that. That's so true.
I mean, maybe you pay extra for like nicer versions.
I will
of
say,
things.
it was like they realized how bad they screwed up Australia in this episode, so they were like, you know what? Let's put a Bondi Beach shirt in this episode. Bondi Beach is an actual beach in Australia,
Correct.
very famous. Actually, that is where they had to like basically make up for all the flaws. Also, we have mentioned a couple times that they will kind of throw in that good versus evil, the black to white option. We get that in Claire's hair. Yay for Claire being like emo for a moment, and then we love a good like goth Claire. It was great.
Yeah.
Goth Claire fighting their mom, causing a car accident.
That's that. We'll get to that. The numbers, we obviously had the 15 birds, if you guys decide to count them.
Sure.
There were 15 of them.
I
And also, Locke hit. Good for Locke. My favorite one, and I want to come to Kevin and Michael specifically for this, but I'm going to ask Jake first. When Sawyer was going to do his nickname to Claire, he starts to say Barb, and then, of course, Son gives him the look. Do we have any idea
wanted
what
to say Barbie,
nickname was
but I
going to
feel
be?
like that's too simple, and it's not actually what it was going to be. Something else.
Michael, Kevin, do you know this?
Was it that?
Another Barb I could think of would be like Barbarella or something.
Okay, so Jake is correct. It is
Okay.
Barbie. He was going to call her Barbie, but Barbie as in Barbie doll. And I always thought he was going to call her Barbie for like shrimp on the Barbie,
Oh.
like Australia.
Oh,
It can have two meanings.
It could definitely
Why?
have meanings,
Okay,
but
but Barbie is short
It
for
is
barbecue,
for-
which is short for like it means a grill. Barbie is a blonde doll. It
Yeah.
makes
I'm
sense
aware.
that he's calling her
I'm
the blonde
aware.
doll.
I
it
just,
made sense for the blonde doll. That's what I was thinking.
that is
It
confirmed
makes
by the
sense for Barbie barbecue too.
You disagree with me.
It is. But she's Australian. We say Barbie, both Australia
Right.
and England.
It means grill. It means grill.
But it would be a cute nickname, like shrimp on the Barbie.
Oh my gosh. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care that much. Fine. They mean grill. He was gonna call it hey grill.
Production that it was Barbie after Barbie doll, but for all these years, I definitely thought it was like the barbecue. But anyway, let's get to the episode, shall we?
Yeah.
We open up with Goth Claire. Like, who would have thunk it? Like, he did.
Straight hair too, like straightened, like her regular hair shoved up in
I
that
was
way
like,
behind
who
there.
is this? And I'm like, oh my god, it's Claire.
Yeah, so we do open up with very Goth Claire in a car accident, and Mom is not in the car anymore because she is on the pavement, and Claire thinks, well done, Claire. Well done.
An injury from flying through the window. So
Maybe.
right,
Right. The brain
no,
shaking
it didn't help. But like, listen, she was going through the windshield and smacking her head on the pavement is probably way worse than a little. Hey, you okay?
It wasn't a hey little. She shook her quite extensively.
My point is, I don't think not shaking her made it, no matter what.
This is a reminder to wear your seatbelt.
Yeah, where's the Australian seatbelt laws? Tell us that one. Where's that fun
They
fact?
don't have seatbelts in Australia.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
That was a joke, but
I was like, I don't know.
of course they have seatbelts. What kind of country do you think it is?
Like, Australia? What do you mean Australia doesn't have a seatbelt? Get out of here.
I missed an episode and I feel like I've come in guns blazing.
Here for it. But we do get the back on the island here where Claire wakes up to a beautiful breakfast in bed. Just again, Charlie and Claire always fucks it up somehow. Kevin, don't fight with me. We love each other this episode. With that, he is seizing the day. He is feeling this like we're gonna have a grand time, and then of course we are not going to have a grand time because somebody's going to interrupt that. But with that being said, we also get this beautiful moment, which is what I'm going to harp on here because I think this is what's going to happen with Michael and Kevin right now. Is we early on get a Locke and Charlie because this is where we find out that Locke had no idea that the C4 was there. Question mark? Because later, him blowing things up. Why are we keeping Mikhail alive? All these things. So they're just arguing, just to argue. So I'm gonna
for Locke, I do really like that with Charlie's breakfast, he left a little note that said "Good day."
Good day.
That was so sweet. I love that.
I know.
Go on, Kevin.
I would like to know, right? Like you were saying earlier that there was like to find one thing that the chosen one had done wrong, and so are we? Well, you should have told me that there was C4, because as we will find out, he already knew. He already knew. So when he is yelling at Saeed right now about like, well, you didn't tell me, that's actually fake, and he already knew. So like, are we not counting that as him being in the wrong?
John Locke knows what he is a better leader than Saeed. If Saeed does not need to know, then Saeed does not need to know. We don't know what the island told John Locke, and if the island told John Locke, hey, you need to say 4, don't tell Saeed. He's not going to tell Saeed. It's fine. He did nothing wrong.
When did the island tell him this?
I don't know. I wasn't here for the last episode. I didn't watch it.
Locke very desperately wants to be in charge. Does that mean he is a good leader? Yeah. Questionable at best.
Remember how much everyone liked him when he included everyone on the missions, and like Nikki and Paolo got to do something for the first time in 84 years.
Thank God Nikki and Paolo like him. Otherwise, what would we do with this series?
Right. Oh my God. Well, I mean, this is just the teaser because we're going to start fighting later. How cute this adorable little picnic is. Not only do we have this adorable breakfast in bed, he leads her to this beautiful picnic that he has made. And lo and behold, Desmond decides that that's the time to set. And he's like, I'm good. Like, hello, I'm here, like, trying to, like, get some loving with my girl. And he's like, yeah, scratch that. We're going to go hunting. And he's like, bro, like, what? Mind you, while they're having this fight, we see Claire get the brilliant idea. She's figured out the way to get them off the island.
I know.
Because they're just stopping there today for the first time.
Yeah, and they didn't think about using the birds before. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm with Kristin on this one. Like, this is ridiculous. This is a definite complaint for me about this episode. Is like Claire all of a sudden has this bright idea about money.
She is proven to be right. Like, they are tagged birds. I don't think it's going to lead to their rescue, but
no,
she is right in theory.
Right.
And heck,
but I mean,
like when Bernard wanted to do his little SOS sign.
As we will see, she does watch the nature documentaries with her mom.
Yes, but you're trying to tell me that there have been 0 birds on this island until today? We've got horses and polar bears. We don't have birds.
So, but like
migrating birds.
They're migrating birds. So they migrate at certain times, right? And they follow certain paths. So like they're not going to be always on that path. It's not like a flight pattern for like Delta where they're just flying the same route daily, right? Like when it's time to migrate because the seasons are changing, that's when they migrate. So this is when they're migrating, and she's like, "Oh, hey, I know this thing because I watched these with my mom." We basically have today.
So that's exactly what the smoke monster is, the migratory smoke monster.
Yeah, he just migrates around.
I mean,
you should put a little note on it.
Well, no.
I don't know what the smoke monster's flying abilities, like how far his range is, but like the birds can fly all the way to Australia.
Oh my gosh. Sure, migrating birds, but that's our plan. That's what we're doing. Trying to tell Jin and Sun, again, we bring it up and we're going to talk about this later, but Jen, she's like, I need nets, I need all this stuff. And he's just like, here, I don't know what we're doing, but here's the net. Like, good. But we also get Sawyer, like,
how, like, these episodes take place in the course of a couple of days, like the entire thing. So Jin has just come off the back of a mission to flip a car over and get it running that he had no idea what was going on, and now he's making goalposts in the water for Claire. Like, his life on the island is just doing things with people where he has no idea. Uncle Jin and Auntie Claire. I thought that was so sweet.
He's so cute.
So adorable. But yeah, I also, this is like where we do get Sawyer like doing the whole can't do the damn thing. You had like a grand time. Why are you so angry all of a sudden? He's like, this sounds like fun. I love Sawyer, but like, Sawyer, like, let's not be hostile. There's no reason for it. Just because you can't use nicknames. Like, take it to
That's how he gets his anger out. I would think that you would understand this.
But I will never have another grievance about
Kristin,
absolutely
Kristin is joining the fuck Sawyer train instead of trying to fuck Sawyer.
I mean, it's the fuck Sawyer train in another way.
Right, it's the fuck you Sawyer train, not the fuck Sawyer train.
There's so many trains that could be happening with that man, but that's really the one I want. With that, we go back to our flashback where we have the police are now questioning, but it seems like they're blaming Claire for this accident. She's trying to say, no, this truck ran us off the road. He's like, well, he's telling a little different story here. He also brings up that there's a fatality. And she's like, my mom's in surgery. She's not dead. Like, bro. And he's like, right.
Sure.
Like, he's just such...
Sure, your mom's alive.
Sure.
The Australian police are not put in a very good light in this show.
No. This was the same thing with when Boone tried to report a domestic abuse, and they're like,
oh, well.
Really? Are you even blood related?
Right.
Like, fuck you, Australian police. You suck.
But they sure want to bring my... They sure bring my man in for hitting some asshole at a bar.
But wait. Your man did kill somebody, and they let him go.
Well, they couldn't prove it. They deported him. It's fine. With it going back to after we leave this asshole of a police officer, we do come back to the island where we have Kate and Rousseau having a moment here. And I personally feel not how Michael's feeling right now. I'm going to disagree with me because I feel like this is like, why are you questioning how she's feeling about learning her daughter's alive and she's living with these people? Just throw it out.
Time for me and Kevin to be on the same team again.
Like, what do you mean? Kate is just wondering, like, okay, hey, so, like, I told you that I have seen your daughter that you haven't seen in 16 years. Don't you have, like, questions for me? Can I help you? Right? Like, this is like a place of confusion for Kate. This is not.
It's none of her business how Rousseau is handling this out. This
is also like concern for like.
No, it's her. She's being like a little bitch about it. She's like, I'm.
What?
No, she.
Yes, she is.
God.
Yes, she is.
I'm sorry. I forgot. Kate breathed in this episode. So Kristen's got a problem with her.
No, she was very condescending to her.
She absolutely wasn't.
This is why I need to
Jake, I need you to put in the clip of I feel like I'm taking crazy pills over my picture for this little section because first I have this one. I have this one going off about how he's having John Locke had imaginary conversations with Kate was a bitch for no reason. And like
she was.
I didn't realize we were watching Twilight together. I thought we were watching Lost. Like,
hold on, we're gonna come to Jake. Jake, how did you feel about this specific moment with Kate and Rousseau?
Well,
do you side with me? It's none of her business to question how, or do you want to go
Swear.
crazy side over here of that she's just doing this out of the niceness out of her
I don't
heart.
think Kate
No.
realizes that that Alex, Russo hasn't actually seen her daughter since she was a baby. So I don't know that it's really Kate trying to be condescending. It's just she doesn't know. She's actually wondering what Russo thinks of her daughter and everything. And so I don't know. I'm kind of on the side of Kevin and Michael more
Where's
so.
Greg? Greg, I need you.
Can I just say, you said the right side, the wrong side. At this point, I'm the only one that's not trying to influence Jake's opinion on characters. I'm letting him experience the show in his own right.
I asked.
Kristen.
I asked.
Kristen,
You didn't ask his opinion.
I'm trying. Oh damn! I forgot my point. It was a good one as well.
What?
No, the Kate, of all the relationships that Russo has on the island, obviously Saeed's the person she knows the most and trusts. Kate's the next person that she spent the most time with and been on a few adventures with, and your daughter's alive, and she's just asking her as a friend, a human moment, just why it's a curious thing she's never asked, and Rousseau isn't pissed about it. Rousseau just explains, and I think it's a heartbreaking explanation, but it makes sense.
Why can't you be like this on everything, Michael? Why just be like this on that
Has it
last
ever
little
occurred to
issue?
you that we agree on everything, and that maybe the one thing we don't is the thing that you are wrong about?
They'll get back to fighting here in a second because I just that was a breather moment for me because they all have to jump on me. It's fine. Greg, if you're out there, please quickly come back to this. But we do have her Mikhail water. That was very sweet. It's hot probably on that island, but she offers the water. He's like, I'm good. And so then she wants to start chatting. And this is where we're going to get Locke in his moment of how he feels of why Mikhail's still here. And with that, he brings up, or Rousseau, I think, brings up, but then, of course, Locke jumps on it about he's not going to tell you anything that's true. But Mikhail goes into the story. I was recruited here. I'm on the, all these things. I was brought in on the submarine. What? Now we have a submarine? I thought we were just doing what?
I like that Kate says, I asked you how not it really just cuts him off. I don't have time for your bullshit. I asked you a question, you either answer it or don't.
And I love that she was like, I didn't say when, bitch. She's so
she's
over it.
not here for his BS.
And I really like that Kate is, trying to get information. It goes back to learn about the others, and Sawyer's like, hey, you can go, see you later. Kate's the one that's actually trying to get the info.
Yeah, I mean, but we are going to get some info in here, and I'm coming straight to Jake after this because we've got a lot of things that were brought up by Mikhail here. So he brings up that there's a submarine. He also he's like, I can't on the list, and it's like, well, okay, what list? What are we talking about? And he's talking about Magnificent Man. She's like, Ben's not, and he's like, no, I'm not talking about Ben. Not that little dude.
Ooh.
It was Ben.
Ooh, not Ben.
But they also bring up how are you going to talk to me like you know me? And he's like, Saeed Jarrah and Kate Austin and John Locke, for somebody being, which he was going to say paralyzed, but of course, so I was like, hey, enough fighting, we're here. We're so just we were having a moment or so. Why did you interrupt? But yes, they are here. So with that, we also get a moment of Jin and Sun helping Claire. And this is where Michael brought up he's making a soccer goal in the ocean. They're about to have a game of soccer. Because he has zero idea what's happening. Yes, no idea. I built it. It isn't working. But we do have a moment where Sun and Claire have a great conversation about their moms, and she does say she was a librarian, those types of things. So Jake, lots of questions here. What were your thoughts on all these things that Mikhail had said?
Yeah, so the list and the good and evil. I mean, we've kind of had sort of this theme going on, and we've had it brought up some of our characters having flaws, or like, you know, some people being more pure than others, I guess.
John Locke.
Oh boy, I don't know if I agree with that, but like, I mean, we've had it mentioned, haven't had it mentioned, Jacob's list? Like, we've had this name get dropped and like his list or whatever. So I obviously don't know what that really means, but it seems like, okay, yeah, it seems to be like, if you're flawed or whatever, then you're not on the list, as it appears, because clearly he goes around and points out all of their flaws right there on the spot. And yeah, John Locke was paralyzed, and so yeah.
I also
Is being paralyzed the flaw, or is it just that he is a flawed person?
But I love that, like, when
because you're angry.
But I love in this moment where he's like saying their names, like he's like, you know exactly why you're flawed. Like, he's like Saeed Jarrah, like, okay, you tortured people, and then he's like Kate Austin, like, you know what you did. Like, he's just by saying their names, he's like, you know exactly why you're not on the list. Like, let's not talk about that.
We know why you're not on the list.
I do love that there's a running theme with the others of, you think you have an idea of where the power is, and then there's like another layer. So for a long time we thought it was Zeke with the beard, and then now he's just big friendly Tom. And like when Ben was like him, he's nothing, like nobody. And then we've had Ben be the big be all end all, and now we're starting to have Mikhail saying like Ben, no, I don't mean Ben, I mean this other guy. So it's like there's another layer each time of the power dynamic within the others.
I also love you just said big and friendly Tom. Fun fact, Tom's last name is Friendly. I love that she just said that.
You also have Juliet somewhere in there also just like trying to take over power.
Muscle in.
She's like, I got away. Oh my gosh. Yeah. A lot of interesting things that were brought up. That, like, I think for me watching for the first time, this was like, what on earth what are we doing here? Like, I was like, we're kind of where Michael was going down this path of like, we thought we had this figured out, and now you're trying to throw something else in. Like, being like a first time watcher, this was like, son of a bitch. Like, it's Sawyer's favorite line. Like,
what? Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it feels like Ben is our big bad.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden it's like, wait, there's another one?
There's a man in charge above Ben.
Right.
Yeah, there's like 10 layers above.
Right. Yeah, it's the most crazy onion ride that we're on at this point. But going back,
the onion ride,
that's what we're calling it. We do get back to our flashback where Claire comes in and immediately is attacked by Aunt Lindsay. Aunt Lindsay is pissed. She is, how dare you shower? How dare you? And she's like, dude, she was in surgery.
She's like, I had glass in my hair.
She's like,
You
suffer.
Well, I'm glad you feel better. I'm like, Aunt Lindsay, you should take a half a chill pill, like a half a dose.
That wretched bitch.
That wretched bitch.
That is heinous behavior.
I'm just gonna say, like, honestly, all of these characters are far better off on the island than being with their wretched families. Like, fuck them all. They're on the island. They're building goals for birds and stuff. It's fun.
They're building goals for birds.
Yeah, it's good times. Their families all suck.
Yeah, she just was in a car accident and you were laying into her. That was crazy. But we find out the doctor comes in. I also love that it's like the first time they're all seeing him. Like, I've been through these surgeries before, and like when they come out, you're not in the like recovery room when this happens because they have to make sure that they wake up. So, which granted she's not going to, or so he says. But like, this is not how this interaction. They come out to the waiting room, like have these conversations with you, or like pull you into another room. This was not how this interaction goes. But like, again, good try, Lost. We love you for it. But he does mention that, hey, I'm not sure if she's ever going to wake up. These machines are like keeping her alive right now. And the aunt's like, but how long is she going to be like this? He's like, bitch, I just said I don't know if she's going to wake up. But he's
bitch, I just said.
But he's like, a day, a week. I don't know. I've got to know. We need to get
It's going to be a while.
It's going to be a while. And she's like, oh, we can't pay for that. This is not a restaurant. This is, again, these things that are being said in the hospital are not, it was cute, but he's like, it's okay. Everything's been paid.
By a mysterious donor.
This is such a weird interaction because the way that she's like, we can't pay for all this. You don't talk like this to a doctor in a hospital. It's just so weird. But that's how we find out all the expenses have been paid. Just so weird. With that, we go back to our beach moment. They have got a bird in the net. They're counting down. They're all so excited. They're on the edge of their seat. Jin's like, yes, I'm going to pull it. He's like, 1, 2, just kidding. We're going to have a gunshot.
JK.
Oops.
But I love this moment of Jin. Jin is he's like, hey! He's so mad. He's first he's like, who's shooting at us? And then he realizes it's Desmond and he's like, you're an asshole. You're an asshole, dude. I just built a goal.
I love the fact he counts in English as well. It's so sweet about his continued learning. Naturally he would want to count in Korean, but no, he's counting in English. It's little things that are just so sweet. I just love Jin so much.
Yeah, I mean, even earlier he was like, "Go help son." He's trying, and I love this for him. But also we get Claire is obviously rightfully pissed because why are you shooting? Where's the boar? She is so over him right now. She's like, "Where's Charlie?" He's like, "I haven't seen him today." Who's Charlie? No idea. But
Charlie.
Right?
Haven't met him.
She's like, well, where's the boar? He's like, haven't seen that either. It got away. I don't know. I'm sorry. She's like,
Sir.
You guys are I'm finding out, I'm over you guys, not okay. Love King. You just have to hold him because he's going to be the trouble.
He was trying to climb up my back as we were talking.
Love it. That tracks back to this fence. And I love this moment that they're like, what is this? And he's like, what do you think it is? He's so not gonna. Why are we keeping him alive? These are the questions. But Saeed's pretty confident it's a security perimeter. And I also love this moment when they arrive to this fence. If you guys do not see the joy on Mikhail's face, he's like, ha, you guys didn't plan this. He's got the biggest grin on his face. He's like, but Saeed's like, let's just go around it. And he's like, yeah, good luck with that. It surrounds the entire thing. You lose. And he's like, he appears to be telling the truth because he pulls out that handy dandy map that we talked about. And while this is happening, we get Locke just grab Mikhail because he's over it and shoves him into the middle of it. And bye-bye, Mikhail. We've got spurting things out of the ear. We've got foaming of the mouth.
I mean,
it's a mess.
He might have said things that John Locke didn't want him to say. So John Locke had to stop him now before it could happen.
Can you think of a better way of testing it?
Listen.
I was gonna bring up the next part, but I mean, you guys.
I'm listening.
Listen. Is it a good way to test it? Sure. Can I think of a better way? Yeah. Get an animal. Catch an animal. They're all hunters.
I'd rather throw Mikhail to than a poor innocent animal. What's wrong with you, Kevin?
Because Mikhail is a piece. He has information. He has power. He has you can use him potentially, right? You're just gonna throw him away. And why does John Locke just throw him away? John Locke has been trying to get rid of him the entire time. Why? Because he might say something that John Locke doesn't want him to say. He almost just let it slip that John Locke was paralyzed, right? And John Locke didn't like that. So we got to make sure. Well, no. If people find out he's paralyzed, then they're not going to trust him. So we can't have that. No.
And if Mikhail was telling the truth, there was no risk. If Mikhail was telling the truth, there was no risk. But Mikhail was proven to be a liar, and now he's dead.
Listen, Mikhail, yes, proven to be a liar. Sure.
So we don't need him.
But listen, he's still a thing, a piece on the board, right? He's still...
Well, not anymore. He just had things happen.
Right. Until John Locke throws him through the fence.
I feel like you guys are with me on this one at least, right? Fuck Mikhail.
Yeah, I honestly was fine with John Locke just pushing him through.
It's not the most egregious thing John Locke has done. However, John Locke's reasoning for doing it is to shut up somebody that he doesn't want to hear talk.
Here's my issue with Locke, with Michael. There are times when I agree with you. Like this moment, why are we keeping him alive? Who cares? But then, not 2 seconds later, we go to grab the axe out of his bag, and we find the C4 that he claimed he didn't know about, and that's why it got blown up. So then he takes it right back. The moment that I'm like, okay, I see what you're saying, John Locke. And then he does this, and I'm like, and back on choo-choo. So,
Choo-choo.
So
John Locke.
I try so hard to be on your side, and then Locke does something stupid like this. So
Yeah, I can't argue with the hidden C4 in the backpack.
Maybe the C4 come in handy. Maybe he'll blow up something that.
But listen, that's not wrong. Taking the C4 is not even that egregious because yes, it is potentially useful. However, it's the lying about it, and it's the like, me, you didn't tell me about it, and I didn't know, and that's why the house blew up, and it's that.
But I mean, I think that this is I'm with Kevin on this one just because, like, they were literally just having the argument about it. He's like, you just blew up the last thing. And he's like, well, if you would have told me that there was, I wouldn't have done that. Like, he's making it Saeed's fault when he knew about it all along. Like, it's just really annoying.
Which then goes back to, he blew it up on purpose because he's John Locke and everything has to be John Locke's way.
And now the others are down another hatch. Thank you, John. Let's go.
A hatch that they could potentially use to contact. Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! Oh my god! They have a satellite. There's if nothing else, there's cows and horses. There's potential food there, right? Like there's all sorts of. There's
blow up the cows.
There's a shelter. There's a house. There
was a refrigerator full of meat that would last for days, months.
There is food. There is shelter. There is a structure. What happens if a hurricane comes through and they're living under a tarp? They're collecting water in a tarp held up by sticks. That's their water source. And this is a full-on building. And John Locke is like, I don't like that the chess game didn't go the way I like it, so I'm gonna blow up their house. Shut up, John Locke. God. Oh well, I pressed 77 because I wanted to see what you didn't even get another drop of food. Like he could have pressed the button to get more supplies, but no, he just blow it up. Blow it up.
You know, what another great fight like this one is the one that Claire and Charlie are about to have because she is pissed. So with that, bringing us back to the episode, because I'm sure they'll be arguing about this long after this, but Claire is pissed. She is like, what is going on? You're telling me right now. He's like, I didn't want to like do false hope because I think your plan's stupid. Charlie, not the best way, but that like maybe. But this is a fight. She's like, in typical Claire fashion, overreacts. And she's like, I don't want somebody around my baby that is thinks is a liar. And he's like, I love that he calls her out. He's like, you're overreacting. You're being an idiot right now.
To be fair, Charlie has tested her patience enough. Like, there is enough red flags with this guy. Like, he is just off heroin, and he has tried to drown her baby already once. So let's give Claire a break.
I am willing to, like, I think she's being a little dramatic about it, but, like, the general idea of, like, I don't, like, you're clearly lying to me, and I can't trust you right now, so I'm taking a break from you, I think is reasonable. Is she a little, like, dramatic about how she does it? Yes. But, like, as we see, she's a former goth kid. She's a little dramatic. Like,
I just feel like she breaks up with Charlie, like, every week, and then just, like, they make up, they kiss and make up. I mean, I guess that's a relationship. That's how those go, but I don't know. It's very over dramatic, as you guys have been saying, and so it's kind of like
it's just a little dramatic.
Yeah.
I just think, I mean, this is where I love Claire. Don't get me wrong, like I love her, but this is where I have like somewhat issues with her because obviously there is something going on. Like he doesn't feel comfortable enough to talk to you about it. Like, why not be there for him to be like, obviously, like I know something's going on with you. I do know that you're lying to me. There is something going on with you. I'll be here for you when you're ready to talk about it. Like, why are we at like, I don't want my baby around a liar. Like, girl, calm down.
She's just a little dramatic. She's a little drama mama.
Beautiful day for you. Like, come on.
Yeah, and he bailed. He bailed on it immediately.
Well, she was trying to bail on it. She was like, let's go find a bird. She bailed first. Anyway, moving on. We do get back to our flashbacks where she comes in. Obviously, she has got a different cast on her arm. There's been a little bit of time. And the nurse is like, I love the new doctor that your mom has. And she's like, what? what new doctor? She's like, the American. He's in there right now. He's great. Like, she's like, okay. Like, didn't order this on Temu, but okay.
He's
So she
great.
goes-
He's
she
great.
goes-
He smells like whiskey.
Right. She
Smells
goes
like whiskey.
She goes into the room, and this is the reveal that all of us sat and watched Jake's face on to find out that this is Christian Shepherd. Why is Christian Shepherd here?
Why is Christian Shepherd here?
Right. And she's like, hi. And he's like, oh, sup? Didn't think you'd be here, but cool. I'm just gonna go. And she's like, so confused. But pissed Aunt Lindsay, right on cue, comes in and gets pissed off again. And she's like, get out of here. He's like, you don't have the right, but okay. And they get into this fighting, which we've seen before. Michael, this is where you wanted to do it. We've seen this before. What happened?
Yeah, so Jake, I don't know if you remember the Anna Lucia episode where she gets with Christian and he's her bodyguard and they have a trip to make and he goes to the door of an Australian woman and you don't quite hear the dialogue, but he's saying, I just want to see my daughter, and he's having an argument with
Lindsay.
Aunt who?
Yeah.
Lindsay. Aunt Lindsay on the doorstep. So that's another cool thing of like the little thing they set up, and then when you rewatch, it's like, it was all there.
Yeah, I need to rewatch because now that you say that, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
It's one of those things though that this was on a rewatch too. Like these are things that we can't tell you that it's not anything spoiling, but like these are the moments that I remember watching for the first time. I'm like, where this is like deja vu with him in Australia arguing with a blonde woman. Like it's like one of those things to be like, is that? Like, is this the same thing? It's on the rewatch that you really realize that it is. So like, it's something you might question like on your first time watching. Like this seems really deja vu, but like I don't know if it is. It's like the confirmation later, but. Yes.
We were saying that it was a bit sad that we're reaching the halfway point, but Jake, this is just your first watch, and you will rewatch this show for the rest of your life, and this journey is far from over, let me tell you.
100%. Yeah. But yes, as they're arguing, Claire is over it. She's like, shut up. Like, you're disturbing my mom's slumber over here. But she's like, who are you? And he's like, well, funny you should ask. I'm your dad. Jake, we were like all like this. We were like waiting. Like we're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But yes, let's talk about this because this is like one of the big, huge reveals of this episode is that Christian is also Claire's dad. They are brother and sister. Like, oh my gosh, like the connections. We talk about character connections all the time. This is like a legit blood connection. So I want to come to you first because I know that I want to talk about this with all of you guys really quick. But Jake, I want to hear your what were your thoughts going, oh my god, like they're related.
Yeah, I was not expecting it. Again, this is something on rewatch maybe I pick up on, but I just can't remember anything that was remotely leading to Claire and Jack are half brother and sister. Like I just wouldn't have expected that. Obviously, I kind of expect it to be something once we actually get the two back together that maybe this will come to light somehow. But yeah, I was definitely a shock to learn this. It's not something I expected at all.
Yeah.
This is one of those like amazing layers in the show where it just recontextualizes everything that you've seen up to this point. So when you do rewatch the show, watching it with the knowledge that Jack and Kate are siblings, it's just a whole new dimension to it. So like early on, Jack's the one that's saving Claire and, helping her with the pregnancy and, and it's his sister and neither of them know. It's just such a fun little detail that it's great on rewatch. Yeah.
Yeah. I just remember like watching this for the first time. It was like, oh my gosh, like we gotta get Jack back ASAP. We need to have this reunion. Like I remember which we're gonna get to Jack here in a second. But yeah, I just remember this being like watching this like, oh my god, wait till they're back together. Like, but will they figure it out?
But she never even learns his name. So even if Jack was like, hey, my dad, Christian.
Yeah,
right.
She doesn't know Christian. So
right.
It's like they don't have enough.
I know. They haven't figured it out yet. But we need to get them back together because we need to see these things. But with that, going back to our little pylon security system situation, we're going to climb over it. This is why we got the axe out of where we found out that Locke's a liar. We chopped
Out of his C4 pack? Yeah, that's where we got it from.
we chopped down a tree, and we create a little contraption that's going over this situation. I love that Claire volunteered, or not Claire, sorry, Kate volunteered first, and I mean, between her and Locke, toss up, but like, sure, one of you test it out, like, great. But she does go over the fence. She jumps down, and she, of course, checks on Mikhail, but you know, he's dead. And like, good effort. But then, of course, we get Locke climbing over, but we come back to Claire and Son. Son, of course, being the good son that she always is, having a chat with her, like, what's going on? Like, why are they upset? Like, Claire, maybe you should give them another and she's like, no, they are liars. I don't like them. And Son's like, well, they're still over there talking about it. She's like comforting but instigating at the same time. That's why I love Son. She's like, maybe you should go say something. Like,
she is the Real Housewife of Lost.
She really is. But so Claire is going to get answers. She is going to get those answers one way or another. It's happening. But we go back to Claire at her job at the tattoo shop. Like, of course, the goth girl is working at the tattoo shop.
Of course.
But somebody comes in, be with you in a second, turns around, of course, it's Christian. And he just wants to buy her a cup of coffee. There's no other reason why that he wants to be here. He just wants to get to know his daughter. Like, this is so sweet. Nope, just kidding. He wants to tell her, like, true Christian fashion here. Like, take the moment that this is the first time you're ever able to talk to your daughter and know that this is the time to tell her to kill her mom. Great, cool. Way to go.
Not kill, just be humane. He just,
I guess he got sick of paying for that free healthcare.
But also, like, I mean, seriously, dude, like, #1 dad of the year here. He's so good.
I think he really wanted her to turn her mom off, because I guarantee that guy's never turned anyone on.
Oh.
Obviously, he did it once or twice because he got.
I was gonna say twice.
I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
Oh my gosh. Also, he could just be wanting to kill mom so that he can have, like, daddy-daughter time, but, like, you had it at the coffee shop and you ruined it, but whatever. Moving back on to the beach, we've got Claire following Desmond, and she does follow him. Like, he went straight onto these cliffs and things, and she walks up and she's like, what are you doing? He's like, bro, shut up. Like, why are you yelling at me? Take a minute, hold on. And he starts to walk over. She's like, oh, it's a bird. He's like, shut up. I'm getting it. Like, he's so over her. But he does grab this bird, and she, is like, how'd you know about the bird? Like, you came right here. Okay. Like, I'm starting to piece things together. You didn't check out your watch, nothing. Like, you came right here and you got this bird. Like, what's going on? And he's like, well, see those rocks over there? That's where Charlie died. And she's like, what? Like, what are we talking about? I also remember watching this for the first time being like, what? Does she not know that? Did we not see Charlie die? Is he okay? Like, I was like,
on the screen. Yeah.
Like, I was like, the way that he says it was like, I was here because Charlie got killed. But then I was like, oh wait, no, she just followed him. We're fine.
I do really like that we talk about communication being a big issue on Lost. I do like that Desmond is actually like, let me fill you in on what's happening here. And it's not some big drawn out thing where Claire, is never finding out. He just tells her the truth. And I appreciate that. Some good communication on Lost for once. Another fun little, I doubt it was even deliberate, but it is quite fun. We had Desmond trailing Calvin across the rocks in his flashback.
Yes.
Claire
tailing Desmond across similar looking rocks. I was like, it just clicked in my head. That was
I did pick up on that, yeah.
Cute little parallel moment. But yeah, so he does tell her this. We get to our final flashback of the episode where Claire is now blonde. Yay for Claire. She has watched.
She's blonde and pregnant.
It is revealed that she is pregnant here in this moment. She comes in. She's like, who turned the telly off? Like, love your nature shows. Hence the whole reason why we're chasing birds down. But this scene, like, thank God for the bell bottoms that Charlie is wearing in the next scene to make me snap out of it, because this scene is brutal.
Yeah.
because she's like, Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm pregnant. I'm giving the baby up. I'm so sorry about the crash. I'm sorry for the things I said to you on that day, that I hated you, that I wished you were dead. Like, she this emotion on this moment, and she's like, I'll see you soon. That's how we end this, and we know that she's on the
when
plane.
She says, I'll see you soon.
God, it's like the most horrendous. I've got chills. Like, this scene is just, good God. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Mhm.
It's a lot.
Such a great performance. Yeah. It's tragic. And, everyone can relate to that, like little frustrations or things you might say to people you love, and it doesn't matter in the long term because they're still around. And then, like, if something happens, you think about the things you maybe said, and it's like it's
Yes.
so well done, and her performance is so good. Yeah.
I to get us out of this funk of this very emotional scene, I do have to point out something. We're taking it back. We're taking it back here. When Claire finds out she's pregnant, she goes, my mom will disown me. Mom not awake. Mom not awake, has zero idea. So I always like that part. It's bugged me ever since the first time. I was like, wait, Mom, like, she was like goth, and she was definitely not goth when she got pregnant. So, like, timeline. Like, Locke, did you forget this, or what happened here?
It's kind of it's a bit of a reach, but it is quite sad that we see her tell her she's pregnant when she's quite far along. Like, maybe it's something within Claire that she's like, she's still there, she can still hear me, and she's nervous to tell her even in the state that she's in. And it's like,
Right.
Yeah, I do think that's probably just a continuity error, but
yes.
I guess you can make it work. Yeah.
But it's the whole fact of, like, I can't tell my mom or something. It's my mom will disown me. Like, she can't disown you, Claire. You're good. You're good right now. But yeah, no, just a very emotional, beautiful scene here. I mean, this is just. But thankfully, Charlie saves the day with his giant bell bottoms that I had. But they saved the day. But he's reading this message that Claire has written because obviously she came back and told him, "Hey, Desmond told me everything," and he's like, "Oh. Okay, great. Thanks for letting me off the hook, Desmond. But also, the bird has a tag. You were right. Oopsie." With that, she does write this beautiful message. And we normally get these, like, musical montages, like, of going through our people. But the fact that it's Charlie reading what Claire wrote, which is, like, the most beautiful thing. Oh my God. Like, this note, she's like, people are giving up, and we've had some people die, but we've also brought new life and, like, joy, and please find us. Please don't give up on us. Like, oh my God. Like, we can't handle much more emotion from you, Claire. Please give us a break. But he says, this is beautiful, Claire. Like, this is perfect. Like, this is, like, well done. We see him attach it to the bird release. He did not attach it to the bird. Again, another major continuity error. We see him somewhat attach it, and then literally.
I mean, it was also like a little thin piece of paper, and like, what was he gonna do? And like, the bird's gonna like dive into the water to eat. So like, listen. If we think too hard about this, it's not a good plan.
No, it's definitely, but it just makes me laugh that they show him like attach, and then like literally 2 seconds later, his hand's right here, and you see the massive piece of paper that's like. Put on the other hand, Charlie.
What if the bird lands in a non-English speaking country? They're so screwed.
There were a lot of flaws in this plan, but good try, Claire. I mean, we love it. But we also get this moment that we are left on this cliffhanger here. So let's get into, we talked that we were going to mention Jack. They have now arrived to the barracks. They have found this beautiful little neighborhood where they have their white picket fences and they stargaze and all the things that Carl's talked about. And they're checking out all the situations, and all of a sudden we see Jack running for his life. Just kidding. Not running for his life. He's playing football with Tom. Like, not just like football. They're having a full moment. They're laughing. They're having, like, he's doing touchdown dances. Like, this is a whole question mark. Jack, what happened here? What are we doing?
Tom's his new dad.
So
Tom's his new dad.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Tom Shepard.
But yeah, so
Jack Friendly.
Jack Friendly. I'm gonna take my new dad's name, Jack Friendly.
But that is our like cliffhanger. Like, what is Jack doing? He does not look like he is a prisoner at all. Like, Kate has got to have some time. Like, why can't I play football? You stuck me in a cage. Like, what's happening here?
Listen, I understand their concern for Jack. As a viewer, I was always watching this like, wait, you guys are mad at Jack? Like, he's clearly playing. Like, he's clearly just like playing a role in a long con here. Like, there's so many con men on this show. So in 2000, what are we at? 7?
Maybe.
In 2007, when everyone's like, how could Jack be doing that? I'm like, because he's trying to like convince them that he's on their side so that he can get everyone off the island. Like, that was my reaction.
Or he is on their side.
Right. So I understand the characters being taken aback, but I'm like, audience members, you know how TV shows work, right? So I was never, but you could also never make me hate Jack because I love Jack. So
I was on that side of like, wait, like what happened to this whole plan? Like, he had a plan. That's what, like, he's like, Kate, go, like, I have a plan. Like, you're gonna get saved, like all these things, but now you're like playing football. I was that person going, did they just like brainwash him? Did he have a Carl moment in a room? What's happening? Where's Jack playing football?
I'm with Kevin. I do think it's like Jack is just making them trust him at this point, to get them off the island. That's what I think is probably happening. But watch Lost do something completely different.
I also do think it's interesting though that it's like these people aren't like pure evil, like monsters to the core. They're people, and like they're playing a game of football. Like, they're certainly not good people. You know, they've done some terrible things, but I do think it's interesting that it's all about perspective, and like, hey, they're just in their house playing football. It's like, that's their life.
They're
It's
just
not
using
like,
their combined backyards to play football.
yeah. It's not all kidnapping children and, you
Right.
know, hanging people from trees. Sometimes they play football.
Sometimes I play
It's
football.
not all kidnapping pregnant women and keeping them delirious in a hole in the ground.
I think maybe Ethan was just a crazy person.
Maybe.
Hey, he was their doctor before Jack.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that is the end of the episode. We'll have to find out what's going on with football playing Jack here soon. But yeah, favorite and least favorite in episode rankings.
All right. Geez, this is a tough one. I think there's a lot of options for both. Favorites. Honestly, I'll probably. Geez, I'm really struggling. I'll go Charlie. I think Charlie again has some really cute moments with Claire, even though, you know, obviously she's gonna get pissed at him and he is gonna make the snarky comment to her. But I think ultimately, like, again, Charlie still cares about Aaron or Turnip Head. I can't get that out of my head to call him. It's like Baby Yoda and Grogu. Like, I have to call him Baby Yoda. And I don't know, like, I just enjoy that relationship. And again, like, he's staying back at camp because Desmond's trying to save his life. So continuously. And then least favorite, again, this is tough because there's so many dislikable people in this episode. I'll go with Christian Shepherd, though, because the fact that he goes up to Claire and is like, yeah, I want you to kill your mom. Like, dude, shut up. Go away. So
I would put Aunt Lindsay as way worse than Christian Shepherd.
they're both bad, but
They're both terrible.
yeah. So
I'd like to shout out John Locke as favorite character because, you know, he was right about most everything.
I'm gonna see if I can shake any of. No, I can't find any of the things he was right about.
Well, it's okay. We can disagree. My actual favorite character, I'm gonna go for you. This will get you back on side, Kevin. I'm gonna go for Kate.
I was gonna say Kate. God damn it!
Yeah, I really appreciate like how like forward thinking Kate is, and she doesn't just like stay in the background and not try and work things out. She's actually being really useful and getting information, while everyone else is just like, what's the point of this guy? She's actually questioning him, and she's the first one that's willing to go over the pylons. I would not have been willing to do it. We've just saw blood projectile out of someone's ears like some kind of horror film.
Yeah.
I would not be climbing anywhere near. I'd not even look at the pylons. I wouldn't risk it. Kate is willing to take the risk. I think this is a great episode for Kate. And I will say, I think the moment with Rousseau was a very lovely moment.
Yes.
And I think Kate deserves credit.
Greg,
My favorite character, it has been since season 1, like episodes 13, 14, since I've been able to do this. I'm going to say dickhead Australian police officers, because they suck.
I love it.
No, I was also gonna say Kate for all of those, like, these, when people say they hate Kate, I don't understand. Like is Kate perfect and right about everything? No, but like Kate is willing to do what needs to get done. Like someone needs to climb over that, and I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna save Jack. Like that's what we're
Is
doing.
Kate perfect? No, but guess what? None of the characters are. That's the entire point. So to target Kate specifically seems a little weird.
Yeah, like agreeing to go over the pylon first, like, and not even like making an excuse of like, oh, because I'm the lightest, or like, oh, because I'm the, just like, no, I'm doing it first. Like, I love Kate, and I do not think that she was being a bitch to Rousseau at all. I think that was a genuine like, hey, person who I've been building a relationship with, like, I thought you would want to know this thing. Do you not want to know this thing? And like, why not? And which also led to like a moment of the show. So I love Kate. Least favorite, I'm torn between two. I mean, one is obvious because I can't stand him, but Aunt Lindsay is so awful.
I'll get Aunt Lindsay. You can have your one. It's fine.
Okay, then I'm making it John Locke, because this is all the stuff I can't stand about John Locke. It's all the stuff I can't stand about him. It's all the stuff I can't stand about him. Like, it's the
taking care of a threat.
But like, Michael, it is not taking care of a threat to take care of a threat. It is taking care of a threat to himself. Right? Like, he is worried that this person is going to say things that he doesn't want him to say, so he takes him out. Right? Like, he wants to be in control. No one else can be in control. There's a place, there's a building where people could go and they could live, and there's food, but then somebody else might play this chess game. Nope, can't have that, so he's got to blow it up. Like,
Hold on, I'm just going to update my headline. 2 seconds, sorry.
Everything I can say, and the it's so, the audacity. The audation. I don't even know what the word to use to like indignant, just like, and I would have known if you told me, Saeed, you didn't tell me that there was C4, only for him to have stolen some of the C4 because he knew. So like, it's everything I can't stand about him. Everything I can't stand about him on full display.
Wow, it's like you've never mentioned
I've never heard of audition before, so that's interesting.
I'm trying to figure out like what, like, audaciousness. That seems like too long of a word.
Well, to get this back on track, let me just tell you about why the best character is Sawyer. No, I'm just kidding. I gave him shit earlier. It's fine. No, I am picking one that maybe you guys are not going to see coming, but I think it's something that should be like brought up. I'm picking Jen because
I just said Jen. I knew you were going to pick Jen.
Like, I think that again, Jen is like, these people have gotten 5,000 different random things happening in their heads all day long, and he's like, okay, I'll help.
Okay.
Sure. I will lug heavy rocks, and yes, I will build your like goal for your seabird, and yes, I will do anything that you guys like. Let's fix a car and drive down a cliff. Like, he's just always on board, and he does not get shout outs enough. And so I'm giving it to Jen. Least favorite character, I promise.
We have mentioned it a lot, but I don't think it can be mentioned enough just how much Jen has changed. Like, it is insane. Like, he is just the most adorable person. And I would never have saw that coming when we were talking about him being this monster in season 1. It's
Right.
crazy.
It's like the further he got away from Sun's dad, the more he gets back to like being his like fisherman son self.
Normal
He's
self.
just
We love him.
so sweet. It's crazy. I love it.
I just had to shout. I mean, because he's always like, he's the go-to guy. Like, I mean, Hurley even had it last time. He's like, you have no idea what you signed up for. Like, he's like, nope, no idea, but I'm here. Like, yes, let's go. So he has to get the shout out. Like, he has to. So I'm taking the time to do so. And least favorite, because I promised, Lindsay, like, don't be a bitch. Like, she just got in a car accident. Calm down. Calm down.
She's mad that she went home. She had glass in her hair, and like, I understand that immediate like you left, right? Like, yeah, I did leave. And then when she's like, I had glass in my hair, like, all right, now you calm down, Lindsay. Now you chill. And Lindsay still didn't chill. So fuck Lindsay.
She's like so happy for you that you refreshed.
And like, oh, well, I'm glad you feel a little bit better without the glass in your scalp.
Should we should we start the fuck Lindsay counter now?
She's not worth it. She's not worth it. Anyway.
She's not as worth it as Susan was.
Oh god.
No.
No.
It's close, but no.
No, still fuck Susan all this time later though.
Are we so glad that we don't have to talk about that bitch anymore?
Oh yeah, God.
That wretched bitch.
If losing Michael from the show means we don't have to deal with Susan,
Right?
I'm willing to take it.
We're willing to take that. It's okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to our episode rankings. There they are. And there we go. So yeah, Michael, did you want to go over our top 13?
So I was going to discuss this. Like, we can cut this out if you don't want to do it, but how would you feel about like a little supplementary podcast where we filled out our top 20? Like, go back through the episodes and decide what our top 20 is. Because it's going to take a while to fill a top 13, and there's so many episodes that would have been in this list, but they're not. So now we're kind of just filling things in. So if we had a little, it wouldn't be super long, like, let's get our official top 20 in place, and then when we're ranking things, it's actually knocking stuff out, rather than just like, I guess this can join the new list.
We can add it.
Yeah, I'd be down for that as a little side podcast. So, yeah, I mean, we could do that. Do you just want to move on to the season 3 episodes ranked then for today?
I would guess it's not making the top 13 now. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's in the top 13. You can see those that are there. This was a fun episode. I just don't think it definitely wasn't as good as Trisha Tanaka is Dead, and I think to put it 14, I think there's a lot that was also better than it.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it's gonna go above Trisha Tanaka. There's more fun to that episode, so
I know where I'm going to place it.
Ooh, go on.
I want to put this above the cost of living, because I don't like Inter 7-7 has a lot of like, we get Mikhail first of all, and then we get this whole situation. People hate on Par Avion, and I understand. So if you guys want to knock it down, that's totally fine. But I would put it like above the cost of living, under Inter 7-7. But that's just me.
Which one's the cost of living?
That's
Cool. I'm kind of surprised how often the cost of living comes up as the bar, because I personally, I hate the cost of living because I lose one of my favorite characters, but
Yeah.
I think that's a heartbreaking, beautiful episode, and like the relationship between Echo and Yemi and that whole scene, I think the cost of living is like leagues better than this one.
yeah, I'm with Michael on that one. I think it's above Glass Ballerina, but not as good as Cost of Living.
I just feel like we got a little bit more of information in this one than we do of Cost of Living is just kind of like a sad but feel good, like kind of covering bases episode, which is why I put that, but I'm happy to like let it go down. That's just why I was putting that, because we're getting like a cliffhanger, we're getting like Christian Shepherd like mind blown of it all. Like I feel like Cost of Living was just like a overall episode. That's
very fair. I mean, it did have the big reveal that I definitely wasn't expecting. So I mean, but I don't know. I just guess like losing Echo was a huge deal in cost
for
of living, so that's why
I'm not one to fight it.
Yeah. I would. Oh, this feels dirty. I would agree with Kristin. I know it feels gross. Only because I do think that like when we're talking about the like I don't know. Do I want to say the meta of it all? Like this is part. This episode is part of like a grander scheme, and that episode was like specifically because the actor wanted out of the show. So like this feels more important to me, like long-term narrative wise. So that's why I would say that. But I also I loved Echo, so I'm not gonna like. And I think Glass Ballerina is to me the line of like that and below is like eh. So as long as it's above Glass Ballerina, I think that's fine.
I don't think anyone's arguing that. Yeah.
no.
And I would have, just based on memory, I would have originally said more like Glass Ballerina, but then rewatching, I'm like, oh yeah, I did kind of like this episode. So like, I might also be giving it more, what's what I'm looking for, more credit than it deserves in the moment.
Yeah, so we're putting it at the new number 9.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I wasn't gonna fight where to put it, but that's the reason why I put it above the cost of living was for the reasons I said. So I'm fine where it goes.
Okay, perfect. That is where that stands. So that's 12 episodes in. We are officially at the halfway point of Lost. So subscribe, like, share, comment. Spoiler-free thoughts, of course. I don't want to get spoiled.
Right. If you are going to put anything that's a spoiler, say it's a spoiler, and then like enter period until it's going to say see more, because our sweet little Jake up there, he is not going to click see more. But if it's just there, he's just going to keep reading.
Can't help himself.
Yeah. Well, with that, you guys can get to your spoiler section, and we'll probably have some other side podcast to kind of, as Michael said, kind of put
spoiler
together.
Everyone hates John Locke.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you next week for Kevin versus Michael round 61 on the Tribe of Nerds.
Fuck John Locke.
No.
Hello, everyone. We are here for the spoiler section after Jake episode of Lost. If you've not seen Lost in its entirety, get out now because we spoil everything to the very end. So goodbye. Time to go.
Go. Get out.
I know that you're intrigued right here by the Michael dog in space.
We have a talking dog with us here.
Talking dog in space.
But this talking dog is going to share secrets.
Yes,
if you've not
he's
seen
got
all
to
of
go.
Lost.
I have been using Zoom for a while, and I did not know that this was a thing, and it's now my favorite thing.
He's
and
having a whole moment.
look at his little mouth moving. Ah!
Oh my gosh. All right. Well,
Woof, 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 woof.
this should have been enough time for you to leave. So if you're still here, sucks to be you. But let's get into this, shall we? What do we want to spoil first? Because there's a lot of things to spoil.
Mikhail is alive.
He's alive. This was a huge thing. So a lot of people thought this was a blooper error in this episode because when Kate flips over Mikhail, it shows him breathing. And so a lot of people for a long time thought that was an error, that he just didn't hold his breath and all those things. But no, he is alive, and he's going to cause a lot of problems. He's going to cause a lot of problems.
He's going to cause one major problem.
One major problem that I'm still not, like, I still can't.
That Kristin still believes didn't happen.
Didn't happen. It definitely didn't happen.
It's fortunate that the pylons were not set to a lethal level, he will go on to say. Yeah, John Locke could have saved Charlie's life here, but unfortunately, the pylons did not kill him.
Correct. Way to go, Locke, for being an idiot yet again.
Well, no. If they just listened to Locke and shot him on sight, then Charlie would still be alive.
That's true.
But that's not the way it works. The universe is not. Mikhail is not the.
It has a way of course correcting.
But yes, sadly, Mikhail is going to show back up here soon. But with that, the other major thing that we had this episode was that Claire and Jack are related. Like, what? But sadly, like, Jack will find out, but Claire will not find out until much, but even then it's like not, they like kind of don't even like, it's not a thing. Like, you thought this would have been like a big reveal for that, but it's not.
Yeah, it is. It is for Jack, but for Claire, it never really. Does
Yeah.
she find out at all? Like, I know Jack does tell other people, but
I think when they go back, yes, people they are going to leave, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But when they go back, I do think that like he says that to her when like he's trying to get her like you know what I mean. I definitely remember it
I
being
can't
brought
remember.
up.
I know he definitely tells someone, but I can't. It's never like some big moment where they come together and are
I
like,
mean,
oh.
to be fair, when they get back to the island, Claire's been through a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know the timeline from them arriving back on the Ajira flight to the series finale? It's like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like 2 weeks. It's crazy.
They say something like I think Sawyer does say that it's been like 3 years.
No, I mean when Jack and them come back to Dharma.
Yeah, when Sun doesn't go back in time.
Yes.
But the rest of them go back in time and they're in Dharma. And from when they get there to when they blow up the Swan Station.
No, even till from them when they arrive until
all the way to the finale?
All the way to the finale is like 2-3 weeks.
Oh, I thought you meant like from when they left at the end of this season until when they come back.
No.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, Sawyer says it's 3 years.
Yeah, that's like a side point, but it's just crazy how little time is actually in those 2 seasons.
Yeah, that does make sense. Yes, I didn't understand the question at first, but yes. But we do like have this moment where we find out after they get off the island, they do have a funeral for Christian. Like, I mean, who cares at this point? Like, we don't need a funeral. But guess who shows up to tell Jack that they're related? Anybody?
It's honestly one of my favorite scenes. Like, it's so good. Like, when Jack's face, it's so good. Like, Matthew Fox does such a good job when he's like, your sister was on you were sat feet from her and you didn't even realize. Like, and everything connects in Jack's head. I cannot wait. It's so satisfying.
Well, Michael, spoil who tells Jack this.
Oh yeah, Claire's mom.
Claire's mom, she wakes up.
Oh yes, yeah.
She does. She wakes up. But again, like this again adds to like the emotion of that scene that we just saw with Claire, like saying like I'll see you soon, and then of course she never like this is just it again adds to it. Like she gets like, can you imagine waking up and finding out your daughter was in a plane crash? Like, oh my god.
I mean, yeah, you have vague memories of getting into a car accident and you find out it's been years and your daughter who was driving the car actually like got older, got pregnant, dyed her hair back to blonde like you always wanted it to be, got in a plane crash, had the baby
on an island. But like also the point of this too that's such a like a huge reveal is that obviously we know that Kate is taking care of Aaron, which again this could be a very long spoiler section, which we're not going to do, but because we'll talk about that later. But she's literally holding Aaron, which is his nephew. Like it's just like awkward, right? So
I just noticed my head shakes.
You were having your best moment living as a dog in space, but with that, yeah. So couple major things like so Claire's mom is okay, and Jack finds out they're siblings, but yeah, it's a thing.
Oh
my god, so distracted by you right now. All right, with that that is a spoiler section. We cannot let Michael go. He's getting delirious with his
look at him like adjusting the knot like
I'm so done with these two right now. Okay, like, comment, subscribe, all the things, and we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.